So let's continue with more website interaction, and in this video we will take a look at the modals. So let's go back to our test runner, and first let's go back to specs and let's create a new test again. Create new spec, and we will give it a description, modals.spec.ci. So let's create a spec, let's hit across, and let's go back to our editor, and here go to modals. Again, let's start with importing the reference types, so we will have our autocomplete ready. Now let's change the description. In this case, it can be something like Cypress modals, and the test can be something like open and assert modal. So where is our modal? Again, it's on our practice automation website. So let's go, and again, practiceautomation.com, and if you scroll down here we have modals, so open that, and we have two options. There is a simple modal and form modal. I will start with the simple modal, and I will get to the form modal in the later videos where we will be working with data-driven testing. So for now we can use this simple modal, and if you click on this button you can see it will open and highlight this modal, and if you click on the cross it can be again closed. So in our test we will click here, assert that modal will pop up, we will close it, and then we assert that the modal is closed. So let's start with grabbing the URL, and here is a quick info for you. If you feel comfortable that you can write this test without me, now you can pause the video, try to automate it on yourself, and after that you can again continue with the video and compare my solution to your solution. So if you think this can be, for example, easy for you, feel free to try it on your own. It's also a very good way on how to actually learn some things. But if you don't, just follow coding with me and listening to my explanation. So again, I'm gonna start with taking the URL, going back to text editor, and we will visit that website. After that, I think we would like to click on the modal button. So you want to click here. So let's inspect. And what do we have here? As you can see, it's a button element with ID of simple modal. Again, this is a perfect selector for us, so let's take it. And sci.get. Don't forget its ID, so it needs to be written like this. And we just want to click on that. After we click on that, we want to verify that this modal is visible, so let's inspect the modal itself. And as you can see, again, we have multiple options. So what we can do here, we can simply get, for example, this class of POOM title. Again, there is more options, just pick one, or you can assert multiple ways, but one should be enough. And we would like to get it, so sci.get. Now we are working with classes, and we will perform some assertion. So I'm gonna do should and be visible, just like this. So let's now go to our test runner and try to run the modal test to make sure we are doing everything correctly. So click on modal and let it run. And now, as you can see, modal has been opened and successfully asserted. So what else actually can we assert? And let's go back to the website. And maybe if we take a look at the text, we can see that there is a p tag. Hi, I am simple modal. So we can actually do one thing, and that is grabbing the text, go back, and I'm gonna target sci.get p as a paragraph, and now contains. And now I'm just gonna paste the text, and I will not do any assertion like should. So let's see what's gonna happen. Save it and go back to test runner. And as you can see, our test passed. And now we can see that our test also successfully get the P with this text. And also it's highlighted in the text. And since it successfully found it, that means our test passed and there is no problem and error. So this is second way how you can actually assert some text, but I will recommend you to always put some should. For example, here should be visible to make sure that you are always asserting the visibility of the element, because sometimes your element can be like existing in the DOM but not be visible, which can be an error in your application. So let's save it and run again. And as you can see, it's passing and we have added our final assertion step here. So that's all to the modals. If you want to continue, you can actually click on that X button and close the modal. And for example, assert that the modal is not visible. And if you want, you can do it as your challenge. But from my side, it will be all for this video. If you get stuck with closing the modal and asserting that it's not visible, again, feel free to write a message and I will try to help you. But with all the knowledge you already have here, you should be able to do it very easy.